I have the pleasure now giving you the criteria for Rotarian of the Year. This is a person who has provided outstanding contributions to one or more Rotary activities, has demonstrated leadership to the club in general or within one or more Rotary programs, and displays the ideals of Rotary in service to the greater community. The Board of Directors at its last meeting selected the Rotarian of the Year for 2013-2014's Don Wentz. Congratulations, Don. The honor well deserved. I was asked to remind people that golf will be held today at Springtown after the meeting. Next, Ralph Sherman had a couple of words to say. Where's Ralph? There he is.
I just want to remind you all that we'll be getting together as a group at the barn on the 25th of this month for our demotion fun. Used to be called a party, but it's going to be a fun party. And the day will be dark otherwise on the 25th of June. And we hope you'll all see Debbie and get some tickets and come on out and have a great time. Any questions? Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ralph. Rodeo Day. This is a day that has become a routine for the club, meeting at the Rotary grounds to celebrate the establishment of rodeo in Livermore. This event began in 1918, and the Rotary grounds were at the intersection of I-580, which didn't exist then, and the Portola off-ramp, which doesn't exist now. But it was a nice place. It became the world's fastest rodeo in 1935. And our program today will be presented by a number of people from our club, Stockmen's Association, and the Rotary Rodeo Foundation, with a number of celebrities being introduced and a number of awards presented. To manage this event, we have our own Paul Smith.
Thank you, thank you. Give me a second to get myself together. Great. I want to borrow the kit. All right. Well, in less than 3 days, we will again be hosting the annual Livermore Rotary Rodeo Parade. This year, we have over 1,600 people in the rodeo parade, and we hope to have 15,000 spectators in downtown Livermore this Saturday. As you heard, the parade began in 1918 and has occurred simultaneously with the rodeo for the last 96 years. We are celebrating the 27th year that our club has been hosting the parade. We would not have been successful over those 37 years were it not for amazing volunteers that exist in our club and community. This year, we are hosting the California State Horsemen's Association Championship Parade. Today we have Mark Overby and his wife Melanie here representing the CSHA. Mark and Melanie are Livermore residents, and Mark is a retired police officer. Mark, could you come up and talk a little about the CSHA?
This wasn't in the job description. Okay, you to get my good side? First off, thank you. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces in the audience today. On behalf of the California State Horsemen's Association, myself and my wife Melanie, as you went back there, we'd like to thank you for this great lunch and this opportunity to participate in the wonderful tradition of the Livermore Rodeo Parade. Unfortunately, Paulette Webb, who is a CSHA equine judge and is actually the chairperson for our state championship parade, couldn't make it to the lunch, so you got me. I volunteered to help Paulette find a location in Livermore to hold our awards banquet after the parade on Saturday. And somehow or another, I find myself here standing in front of you now. CSHA's association with the Livermore Rodeo Parade started back some 40 years ago. The association was founded in 1942 for the purpose of promoting all horse breeds and horsemanship throughout the state. Through its 18 regions in the state of California, CSHA provides programs for all ages and levels of horsemanship, including parades, obviously, gymkhana, English and Western horse shows, trial shows, stock competitions, and a new venture, ranch versatility. There's also a royalty and a horse mastership program which offers scholarships to our junior winners. My association with the Livermore Rodeo Parade goes back 51 years. In 1968, my parents moved our family to Livermore, and that year I saw my first rodeo parade. I've attended many since then, as a kid growing up, as a parent taking my own kids to the parade, and as a Livermore police officer working more than 30 years in Livermore, I've worked my share of parades and rodeos. And now, I'm happy to say, as a grandparent, I'll be taking the grandkids. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you, Melody, for coming with us. I'm sure he enjoyed the moral support. Today, we are here to honor the many people who make this annual parade possible. We have many guests and dignitaries to present and introduce. So I would like to begin with introducing our major sponsors for the 2014 Livermore Rotary Rodeo Parade. That's a tongue twister. Each of these sponsors have provided substantial funding or a service that allows us to have the parade. All of them have provided major support for this event over many years. First, the City of Livermore provides many services for the parade. These include street closures, fire and police support, and a multitude of other services designed to make this a fun and safe event for the community. Here today, receiving our appreciation for their efforts is City Manager Mark Roberts. Mark. Thank you, Mark. Next is Livermore Area Recreation and Parks District. The Livermore Recreation and Parks District provides the use of Carnegie Park facility for our parade award ceremonies. They also provide a very public setting for our community service award winner, and I'm going to pull this out. For our beautiful plaque with two pictures you should recognize. And they provide a location. They hang this in the community center. And with all the names of the past parade marshals and community service award winners. So after the meeting, take a look. Representing LARPD is our own Tim Berry. Thank you, Tim. Okay.
Thank you.
Livermore Sanitation provides trash containers for the parade, along with the Boy Scouts, Sam Steele, coordinates, the two of them coordinate getting trash containers down here and working with the Boy Scouts to clean up after the parade. Representing Livermore Sanitation is, again, our own Sheila Faliano. No, that's not that one. Thank you. Something makes me think this is not the first time we're going to be talking about Sheila. Last, and definitely not least, is the Livermore Stockman's Rodeo Association. They were the first to operate the parade and have continued their support to the parade over the many years. Representing the association today is John Guts. It's Goats? Guts? I'm going to say it wrong. I knew I would say it wrong. John, where are you? Get up here. Say it one more time for me. Gults. Gults. Thank you, John. John, while we have you up here, I'd appreciate if you'd say a few words about the rodeo.
First, I'd like to thank you guys for having us, and thank you for all your guys' help and support throughout the year. You guys do a good job, great job on the parade. Without you guys, we could not do it. So thank you again for the parade, keeping it going. I'd first like to thank the cattle women for the good job they did. Not only today, but yesterday morning as well. Another thanks I'd like to give out personally would be to Steve Neff. Oh, yeah, Steve. Steve was my main guide to go to get this building up. And so without not the 2 tents, we bought this building a few years ago, had some complications, and working with the city and with Steve, we got it up this year, and it's been a great fixture to the rodeo grounds. So thank you, Steve.
Let me make sure I give you this so you don't run off with us. Sure.
On behalf of the Rodeo Association, I'd like to present a $500 check to the Livermore Rotary. I'd call her my little sis, big sis. She gets me more stuff to do, talking wise. Thank you, Kathleen Minzer. Come on up, please. She is our president of the Rodeo Foundation Board. Next, I'd like to bring up and announce our 2014 Queen, Alyssa Harmon. Allison Harmon. Also, our 2014 Junior Queen, Michelle Hewitt. And our Queen Coordinator, Kim Connors. Kim has a pretty big job keeping these guys in line all year long. So, Kim, thank you. And I'd like to turn the mic over to Kathleen.
Thank you. Well, we're on our 96th year. We're having exciting stuff going on. We have new events this year that we've added to it. If you have not seen, you will start to see. We crowned 6 new little princesses this year. They're 7 to 12 years old, and they are absolutely adorable. If you're downtown at the Chili Stampede, you would have seen them. You'll see them throughout rodeo weekend here. But they add a new element to our rodeo and bring in a new generation that we were kind of lacking, to bring in new blood. So they're totally adorable. We have a cowgirl luncheon this year, tomorrow afternoon, 11 to 1, if you guys are interested. We have tickets for that. It's all cowgirls, and the cowboys will be serving all the cowgirls this year, all the ladies this year. We're making them really, really work. And then I'm going to turn it over to Allison so she can kick off the events for the weekend, and then Michelle will talk about Junior Rodeo the following Saturday.
Hello everyone, I'm Allison. I'm 22 years old. I'm from the little cattle town of Acampo, which no one knows where that is, so it's up by Lodi. And I'd like to welcome you all to our rodeo week. Tonight we kick it off with our mixer at 5:30. And then as Kathleen mentioned, tomorrow we have the Cowgirl Luncheon from 11 to 1, as well as Family Night, which starts at 5:30. Friday morning at 8 a.m. we have Slack for the Cowboys. And then we kick it off with our rodeo parade Saturday, and the rodeo starts at 3 p.m. Saturday and 3 p.m. Sunday, as well as the Little Partners Rodeo on Sunday.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Hewitt. I come from Tracy, California, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm the Livermore Junior Rodeo Queen for 2014. Next Saturday, on the 21st, is the Livermore Junior Rodeo, where there's ages from 1 to 18, and there's mutton busting, stick horse races, bull riding, barrel racing, and pole bending, and it's all free to get in and come watch.
You know, we all know how great the Livermore Rodeo is, but if you've never been to the Junior Rodeo, you really missed out. It is just a hoot. It is a great event. And I just want to say, make the effort to go to the Junior Rodeo. You won't miss it. It's just great. So as I go look for my glasses again. You know, I want to especially thank Kathleen Minzer. So Kathleen, after you get your picture taken, you can come back up here. As you heard, she's the president of the Livermore Rodeo Foundation, part of a 96-year tradition of service to our community. You and Sheila, I told you we'd be seeing you up for a while, have been the I can't even say that. Thank you. Yes, between the rodeo and the parade. And I'd like to give them a little special thanks. You bet. Okay. Next, I'd like to ask our own Stu Gary to come up and make the awards presentation and introductions to our Grand Marshal and our Community Service Award recipients. Thanks, Stu.
Thanks, Paul. Good afternoon, everybody. To adjust this a little bit, what I think is the highlight of this event today, before the parade, before the weekend festivities, is our club honoring outstanding community servants with both the Grand Marshal and the Community Service Award. I don't know how the Board of Directors does it, because I aren't one yet, although soon to be, I guess, one. But they really got it right this year, because I think you'll find a theme through these three individuals of service to the community and just an outstanding record of representation of that. I'd like to start with our Community Service Award recipients for 2014, Chris and Patty Eisen. Well, we think we know something about them, and some of us more than others, but for everybody in attendance or watching on tape, a brief introduction. Chris is a fourth-generation Livermore family, born at St. Paul's Hospital, attended Livermore High, where he, his grandfather, mother, and himself have their class pictures on the wall at Livermore High. If you ever walk the hall and see Rogues Gallery, Chris is up there. He grew up in the family ranch on Mines Road, where his family still resides today. They still raise cattle, and now the pistachio orchard too. Upon completion of college at the University of Denver, Colorado, he came home to the family Culligan business, where to us newcomers, 20 years long. That business has resided in the same location for 66 years. Chris joined Rotary in 1972 at his friend Russ Bargman's wish and has remained active ever since. He served us with the Rotary crab feed and also the adult beverage service there. He's ushered through the lights and cover of the rodeo stands at Robertson Park Arena, served as chairman of our parade for 4 years, served the County Cattlemen's Association, and continues to elect him now for their treasurer for 12 years, president for 2 years. Do you hear a legacy of service in all this? Following in his father's footsteps, he was chairman of the Valley Study Group for 2 years, remained for an additional 15. He currently serves as vice president of the California Bottled Water Association, continues to own and operate the Culligan Water Service Company. Chris obviously cares deeply about his community and the opportunities for participating in events throughout the city. I characterize Chris as the quiet one. He's the backbone. If you want something, if you need some help, Chris, with the farming Livermore country backbone, is just going to be there to help you, obviously. Turning to Patty. Now, Patty's an interesting characterization opposite of Chris early on. Patty was a Navy brat. She bounced around. Born in San Diego. Yes, I'm another fellow San Diegan. There's a few native San Diegans still. She moved around a lot, ended up in Sunnyvale, attending high school and Foothill College, and then became a flight attendant, and a career over 15 years took her around the world with an airline only us oldsters would still remember the name of, Transamerica. She finally ended up living locally, met Chris. There must be a story there somewhere, cowboy, flight attendant, but that's for another time. Upon marriage, she worked at one of the family businesses, Travel Universal on 2nd Street. At her mother-in-law, Ray Ising's request, she joined the Alameda County Cattlewomen's Association in 1982, of which she's still a member, joined their educational organization promoting education for women that same year. She has served many years in officer positions for the Cattlewomen, including president in 96. She, with Chris, is very active in that business. For the last 11 years, Patty has been part of the Livermore Rodeo production team, putting on what we as a community are about to enjoy. Along with team member Carol Rivers, they've done the advertising, the program, the marketing, the promotional media materials, connecting this rodeo with the community and beyond. Patty's always remembered that the rodeo was founded in 1918 as a fundraiser, which I didn't know until I prepared for this, for the Red Cross in World War I. One of the reasons she makes the military community of Tri-Valley her first priority. Recently appointed by Mayor John Marchand, if you didn't know it, as the community representative for Livermore to the U.S. military, Patty hopes to offer the many military-focused organizations communication, coordination, and our civic dedication to returning military, their families, as they transition back into the community. Let me give you an example of Patty's commitment to caring. I went on John's behalf to a function once for the military, and Patty, before we got going, said, "Stu, I want to introduce you to Sergeant so-and-so, Captain such and such. They're doing this, they're doing that." It was a multi-service event. Patty just didn't know what they were. She knew their military life history and could say something about each one of them. To me, that's the depth of responsibility to be a liaison. She just doesn't care. She knew who and why they were there. Both Ising's commitment to this community, their passion for service, I submit to this club, is second to none. They live the Rotary Rotary goal of service above self. I would commit some of us come and go as leaders, club presidents, whatever, but folks like Chris and Patty, multi-generation Livermore residents, still an agriculture family, also running a private business successfully for decade after decade. Some of you know how hard that is. They're leaving the true legacy backbone of what Livermore is and leaving that living legacy for years to come. I'm humbled to introduce Chris and Patty as our Community Service Award recipients for 2014. You want to say?
Chris is the quiet one, so I'll talk for both of us. We want to tell you that we are so dedicated to Livermore. It is our lifeblood, it is our life, it is our home, and it will continue to be our home. One of the conditions when Chris and I married in 1982 was that I was moving to Livermore from Pleasanton and don't plan on leaving. So I accepted that readily, and we will be here forever. So we certainly enjoy being part of the community, and all of the community is important to us. So thank you very much for this award. It's very special.
So, on to the big event. Although she's not maybe the tallest in the audience today. Our parade grand marshal for 2014, Sheila Cardozo Faliano. Did I come close? So before I preface this, I'm going to kind of rewrite what I was going to say, because what I got from the club, bless our hearts, was kind of short. I go, come on, it's Sheila. Sheila's got a commitment resume 2 legs and an arm long. So I bumped into Sheila intentionally last week at the meeting and said, oh, come on, I need a bit more about you for the introduction. Yeah, I'll get you something over the weekend. The weekend comes and goes. I'm out of town, get kind of nervous, email Sheila, don't hear. She's off work. I go, well, it's kind of vacation time, but it's rodeo week. Sheila, where are you? Finally, true story, last night at 5 minutes to midnight, we're both insane, both online, she answers my long-lost email and says, well, you know, I got sidetracked. I've been working dawn to midnight the last 4 days here, getting ready for the big weekend. I just didn't have time to dig out any personal resume tidbits for you. So sad, so sorry. That's service above self. Takes time off work, sets everything else aside, and just does rodeo. Sheila's a native of Livermore, born at St. Paul's Hospital. I think there must have been something in the water back in all those decades. Along with her husband Paul and son Armando, they run beef cattle on the ranch on the east side of Livermore. We all know her as our Livermore Sanitation Community Relations Manager. Uber involved in the community, actively participating in the organizations such as our club, the Stockman's Rodeo Association, Junior Rodeo, Livermore Chamber of Commerce, the Ag Department, the Taylor Family Foundation, just to name a few. You know there's a turned-out open council seat that's coming in November. We need it. Don't we need an ag person on the city council? Yeah, I don't know. More impressively to Rotary, she brings a bright and comedic attitude to club events and fundraising. You know, no matter how stressed or harried I am running late to Rotary, I always enjoy Sheila being what? Always the smile, the can-do, being willing to act, dress silly. I mean, I wouldn't begin to dress in some of her costumes and drive across town to a meeting to help us enjoy the day, bring a smile to our faces, and help with our fundraising. That willing to act goofy for a cause is really something I think some of us don't do easily, if at all. We, in terms of the Rotary Club Sheila, want to thank you and your family for your support, tireless work, and enthusiasm for our community. Again, you're the epitome of small-town America and what makes cities such as Livermore so livable. We wish we could clone you, your family, and the Isings. Congratulations for being chosen for our Grand Marshal for the parade for 2014. It's long, long overdue.
Well, I want to thank all of you for this amazing honor, and Stu, I am so sorry that I didn't get any tidbits, but many of you in this group know me, and I, like Chris, you know, born and raised here in many, many generations, and St. Paul's. One kind of thing I didn't share was I actually, my son and I both have something in common. We both went to one-room schools. I went to Inman School, which was a one-room school in Livermore, and then my son went to Mountain House School, another one-room school. So it's kind of neat, the history that we have here. I'm very, very proud to be a long-time member and a long-time family of Livermore. It is my home, and every year, and I think when I come to the rodeo, it just reminds me how much or how proud I am to be a part of this heritage. And as far as the ag community, I've recently got involved with our Livermore, or putting together a Livermore Ag Day, which I'm very proud of. And I want to thank the Rotary for helping me with that as well. If you notice something really quick on your tables, the Livermore High Floral Department and the Ag Department prepared our flowers for our table. It was part of their final this week. So again, I want to thank all of you on behalf of my family. This is an incredible honor. I am so humbled. There are so many people in this group that are so deserving of, so to be considered and voted on, I am just beyond words. So again, thank you so much for this honor.
Okay. So, without substantial financial support, it would be impossible to hold the parade. So now let me continue the introductions of our parade corporate sponsors. Please hold your applause until we can get the entire group up here and get some pictures of them. As I call your names, please come forward and receive a token of our appreciation. And as I said, stay up here and we want to get your picture as a group. So first, we start with our own Rory James from Bachman's Western Outfitters. Doesn't matter. This is a good spot. Okay, thank you. You know, I don't see him, but Dublin Chevrolet's Bob Alarcon. Bob, are you here? I didn't see you. And I thought you'd be up here, but I guess we will talk to him later. Dublin Chevrolet provides the pickup trucks we use as announcer stations, and this year we're needing 2 flatbed trucks, and I think they're providing 1 of them. So we want to thank Dublin Chevrolet for their past several years' support to the parade. Next we have Jack Mills, who is also one of our major sponsors. Okay. Another person who I do not see, but maybe he's hiding, is Kevin Dennis from Fantasy Sound. They set up our sound systems at the parade and also a sound system at our award ceremony following the parade at Carnegie Park. Next, we have Dave Greiner. Dave? Dave's not here, boy. Beckman's Investment Securities. We definitely have Chris Ising from Ising Culligan Water Service. And another person, maybe he's here, I don't see him, is Bill Nail. Oh, there you are, right in front of me. That's why I can't see you, Bill. Sorry, we will get you one. But I wanted to mention here, with Bill here, Bill provides the website for the rodeo parade, and if you didn't, for some reason, if you didn't see the parade, Bill takes a picture of every entry in the parade and posts it within a few hours, actually, after the parade. So Bill is a big help for getting information about Livermore, our general Tri-Valley area, and is just, you know, one of these people who helps make Livermore a great town. Thank you, Bill. And another person who I definitely don't see is Steve Powell. And Steve Powell from Tesla Vintners, our own singing winemaker, is also one of our major sponsors. So we want to thank our major sponsors. I wanted to save the last and kind of do it as a special. just kind of make a little special announcement on this last major sponsor. Yes. And that's the independent newspaper. And I do not see Tina Rose here, but I could have sworn I saw, where is it? Lynn. Lynn, there you are. Come on up here. You know, you've been with the Independent for a long time, helping them out. And I don't know, did everyone see this? Everyone should have gotten this. This is, you know, again, one of the things that makes Livermore a great town is the Independent. And we're actually going to have Lucky. This is Lucky the black horse, the black pony, who's a rescue. And Lucky is going to be in the parade, and it had a really nice write-up about Sheila. It had a great write-up about Chris and Patty. And I just want to, you know, make a personal thank you for the for all you guys do. And I don't know if you can accept this for them. And thank Tina. And I know she was on vacation, but you know, it's funny because she lives right by me, my office. And I was waving and yelling, "You're going to come to the breakfast?" And she just drove past back. Thank you. A couple of more people I want to give some special recognition to. First, let me get this. Rory, come back up here. And where's our picture person? Okay, get ready. You don't want to picture just Rory with this. Rory is also the sponsor of our Equestrian Sweepstakes Award winner. And this is the trophy we provide to the Equestrian Sweepstakes Award winner. Thank you. Next, Diana, come up here, would you please? Oh. Livermore Trophy and Tees has been a long-time sponsor of our Grand Sweepstakes Award. But, let's see, make sure this doesn't fall down. They do a lot more than that. They make sure I've got my stuff together. And just as a special thanks, I wanted to give you this. And I want to thank you for the Forgive me, but I wanted to take a moment to think of, remember our fellow Rotarians who we've lost over the years, especially Keith Caribou and Bill Geyer. You know, they gave a lot to this parade. They gave a lot to this club. And I wanted to spend, excuse me, I feel like, who was the former president who used to come up and cry at our meetings? The former Rotary general president, Rick King. I feel like Rick King for a second. You don't sing as well as he, but you know, it's just good to remember the people we've lost. And I want to just take a moment. So, moving right along. Okay. Excuse me. Mostly that's happening. There are a lot of Rotarians and friends of Rotarians who have made cash donations to the parade. They have stepped up to fund this community event. The parade's theme each year is to honor our Western heritage, support the Livermore Rodeo, and provide a fun event for our community. Last year we were able to donate $500 to the Boy Scout Troop 939 with their help. $1,000 to the Livermore Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association for their help with the parade, and $3,000 to the Livermore School District marching bands that participated in last year's parade. You guys made this possible. I'd like to recognize and have you stand up the 36 names I'm about to read so they may be recognized as sponsors for the parade. Barbara and Bob Hickman, East Bay Valley Termite Company, Vern Green, John Shirley, Codwell Banker Real Estate, Marianne Rosa, Kathy Coyle, who I know is here, the law office of Jennifer Tate. Am I saying that right? Tate. I'm terrible. Alden Lane Nursery, Jackie Williams Cartwright. Milt Finger, where are you, Milt? Are you Milt? Is Milt today? MP Real Insurance Services, Mike Real. Marty Plone. Tri-Valley Bank, Charles Crowhair. And Olivina, they did actually give us two things. Olivina, Charles, and Patty, and Patty Crowhair. Visiting Angels, Kevin Beck. Keith Beck. I knew I was going to do that. And I even underlined it, so say Keith. Don Nolte, our new Rotarian of the Year. Don Wintz. Smart Arts Unlimited, Deborah McQueen. Ron Scott. Robert Cohen, Consulting. Cowan, yes. Okay, well, you're with a good crowd of me butchering your name. Here's a good one to butcher. But I think hopefully I'll get it right. Financial Advisor for Securities America, Christian Chukwuma. I practiced that one. Kathy Farrell from State Farm Insurance. Patty and Irv Stowers. The law office of Elizabeth S. Cassidy. Arnie Kirkwood. Did I say that right, Arnie?
I think you got it.
Okay, great. Chuck and I always have this trouble. Cabera Hartman. No K. Habira. No K. Jay Davis from the Hearst Foundation. Tri-Valley Auto Body JR over there. From Bent Creek Winery, Carol Howell. Kathleen Byerly in memorial Jerry Byerly. I hope. Do you guys still remember Jerry Byerly?
Yes.
Good. Alois Jack Noonan, attorney at law. The Tri-Valley Conservatory, Laura Mercier. Heritage Bank of Commerce, Rick Peterson. Stacy Linder, Horse Whisperer. Money Not Real Estate, Money. Livermore Physical Therapy, Angelica Boss Quinn. Weaver and McCarthy Accounting Service, Tim Weaver. And finally, Ralph Sherman, Land Art Creations, Landscape Architects. We're adjourned. Thank you. Okay, we're getting through this. Key to any successful parade has always been the members of the parade committee. Their tasks are many and responsibilities great. Without their generous donation of time and talent, we would not have a parade. Please allow me to introduce the 2014 Parade Committee members for their extensive, and I'd like to extend my personal thanks to each of them for their outstanding work. As I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Sam Steele. Where's Sam? Arranges the necessary portable restrooms. And yes. He's excuse me. Coordinates. What else do I do? Well, I'm about to say it. Coordinates the Boy Scouts who run the concessions during the parade and performs the dreaded pooper scooper duties at the parade. They also clean up after us. Tim Berry assists, LARPD assists with a lot of things, and he is our awards ceremony MC. Diane Dyer coordinates the trophies for us. Stu Gary, who introduces the Grand Marshal and Community Service Board. Okay. I borrowed this pin from Phil, so I wouldn't miss anybody this year. Last year I missed 2 people. Irv Stowers. Helps with accounting and many paperwork activities for the parade. He is also our contact for the Livermore Heritage Day. John Gordon, where is John? I say this every year, but John is a font of information, and he just helps immeasurably with the parade. Jackie William Cartwright. I thought I saw Jackie. There you are, Jackie. Jackie brings plants and decorations to the parade, lends us her truck, and is just a great Rotarian. And finally, Steve Powell, who's not here, who I thought you told me he was coming, brings the usual amount of equipment to the parade, arranges, excuse me. He arranges for the pickup trucks and coordinates the dignitaries and the drivers for our parade. Thank you all. Big, big hand. Okay, home stretch. I'd like to remind all of you that we are treating you to breakfast on Saturday mornings starting at 7 a.m. at the Riata Restaurant on 2nd Street. All Rotarians are welcome, whether you're going to help with the parade or not. Consider it a nice social event. You just have to get up in the morning. Breakfast will be served from 7 to 7:50. We have to be out of the restaurant by 8 because they open to the public. If you come, there'll be a sign-up sheet. Check off your name in the sign-up sheet so we know